All right, hello, friends and soon to be friends. I hope you're doing great today. Happy Monday. Yeah, it's a Monday. We are getting ready to start trading the Lion method. I'm a little late to the party here. We missed a couple trades. We'll go over them and retouch on that. Hope that you're picking up what I'm laying down here with the Lion method. Very simple. It might look super complex here because there's a lot more information that I guess is needed. It's it's a work in process that we're paring down the information we need that you need to make profitable trades. Um, so let's just walk through what a good setup looks like with the Lion method, and I'll give you one example right up here. This is on the gold micro gold contract. We went into this area. Leto channels showed an overbought condition. So these little pinstripes up here, these are channels, Leto channels. And once we get into those areas, we start printing yellow dots. And that just warns us and tells us that we're overbought. We also can print these red diamonds to show us we've entered overbought areas. So that's important. First step, overbought. Now the second step is we look for sell dots. In this case, when we're overbought, we're looking to sell a breakdown from this overbought area. And that is when we are looking for the magenta dots. So the first magenta dot after, or the first one prior to that overbought oversold condition, whichever one is the higher price, that's the one we go to. And this is the highest of the two, so we're going to be shorting here, and we would have sold right there. We would have put our stop above this blue dot here, which is basically between the magenta dot and the entry price. Here, why don't I do this? So this is the entry time and price. That's where we went short. And that is where we entered. We put our stop up here because that's the swing high between those two times. And then we put our target right down here. Now, bad news, we didn't hit the target on the first push, but good news is we did hit it on the second push. And you also want to keep an eye on the 100 period moving average, which is this yellow line. That's just a good target as well. And you can see it definitely had support here, so that would have been a good exit. It did push through, but it gets a little dicey. So it's either the blue line, which is your target line, or the 100 period MA. So those are important levels. All right. Now, if you had gone short here, I've got to admit, we went short here. We targeted this level, put our stop up here, and we got stopped out. All right. So we did have a loss if we were to trade at that time. I wasn't trading at that time. I was busy today. Busy, busy, busy. But we did hit it here. And if you do take a second trade, which I don't recommend, I only like the first trade. But if you do, if you're interested, the second trade does prove to be a winner too, because the target was right in this area, and that's where we stopped. Yeah, hit our target. Now, I don't recommend it, like I mentioned. Um, One of the reasons why is if we go short here, we're real close to the 100, and I don't like doing that because 100 is a natural, to me anyway, it's just a natural place where prices tend to find support resistance. So it was support here, it moved up. However, it was actually a winning trade if we held on to the target. Okay, I hope I haven't confused you enough. One other thing is the blue lines that are drawn here and they're kind of jumping around. Those are just they basically show the risk. They show the risk between these 2 points. And the risk here is printed out at the bottom right. You see the bottom right, the 300 slash 42.7. So the risk is $42. And the number of contracts you can trade is 7 contracts. So 7 contracts times $42 a contract of risk is less than the $300 max risk. Okay, so let's find something else to do. All right, so we didn't have anything in the micro NAS today. It is not overbought, oversold. So none of this matters until we're overbought, oversold. You can see the channel lines are above and below it. I want to keep an eye on that. M2K. So here is a overbought condition, right? You see the red diamonds, you see the pinstripes going away, you see yellow dots. They're all the same thing. So we were going short here, and we did hit target, no problem. A little bit of problem, but we didn't hit our stop, so target was achieved. There is, now we're tinkering with this, the idea of a trend trade. So a trend trade is now when we find support at the 100 and we go with the trend. So we would have been looking to buy there. Oops, wait. My stuff right. So there, we would have bought here and we would have targeted there. We would have bought here and we would have targeted there. So I'm kicking this around. I'm not a big trend trader. Some of you guys are. One of the things that interests me, though, and the reason why I would entertain a trend trade here is, first of all, we are buying above the 100. I don't want to, if I'm going with the trend upward, I want to be above the MA. But also, secret weapon is these histograms that are printing based on the 100 MA. Excuse me. These histograms show that historically, these are historical projections onto current price. And what they tell us is that usually the M2K instrument is above the 100 during this time of day. So if it's typically above the 100 and we're above the 100 here in price and we're going to be buying above the 100, then that could be a good valid trend scalp. Trend scalp. Again, now I'm not much of a trend trader, y'all, but it definitely is showing that it has some potential. Okay, and in the future, we do show where the tendency histograms are projected into the future. Because again, this information was known before today happened. This information is based on the day-old data. It's a compilation of the average location of price in relation to the 100 over history. So we know where that is. So we got like a fingerprint of the market going forward. Okay, so that's the M2K. Let's see, we didn't have anything going on in MYM. With an exception, there were some trend trades here that were winners. You see that? 1, 2, 3. This one would have, it's a negative tendency. I wouldn't have gone long here, but it would have been a winner. Wouldn't have gone long here. I might have gone short here, and that was a winner. We hit target. This one's a winner because we're up now. The tendency is upward, and we would have gone long here. So this is interesting. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. This is still a long trend, but we're getting up high, getting far away from the 100. I'm not too comfortable with going long now. The way that the YM opened up yesterday was actually Friday. It was quite the opportunity for some of that. Okay, the 6E, love it or hate it. This is the 6E. Here's a trade. So again, this is a classic lion oversold trade. We're getting yellow dots, get our red diamonds. We go long right here and we're out here, or we're out at the 100. See that? So both of them are good targets. These are ignored because we didn't get oversold. So you ignore all of this, none of this works. None of that matters. None of that really matters. Here's one. Okay, we went oversold just a little bit. That would make this thing an active entry price. Go long here. The target is up here, and we did hit target. This was on the 27th, Sunday evening. Another one that was a valid long is here, and it's a very tiny thing. Well, this dot right there, I show you. This dot right here would have been the entry price, and the target was right above that. So the target was right here, and that's where we hit it. Alrighty. Not too bad, actually. The 6E, it could be a little squirrely, but it's worked out good here. Let's see if it had any. Okay, so this was Friday, the 25th. You can see it prints down here in the bottom left. There were no overbought or oversold locations. Friday was a little sleepy. I don't know what's going on Monday. If somebody comes in here and wants to do a quick recap of the expected news, that would be great. If you're a trend trader, this might have been a good short. Again, the tendency is down. We've been flat though. There's no movement in the market. It's been flat all morning. Now this is a 3-minute chart. I like it a little bit longer on the 6E because it's a slow mover. All right, let's have a look at the HG. Who likes high grade copper? Okay, so look at that. Beautiful, overbought. We got our diamonds, we've got our dots. All of that is just telling us we are overbought. And we then look for a target here to enter here. But look what happens. Comes along as a better, higher priced entry. So I would be looking to go short at the higher prices. And hold on. So you want to go short at higher prices. And we do. We go short here. Control F2. That is our short price. We get filled on it right here. Get filled on it here. The stop is put up above here. And we do hit target right here. Again, right around the 100 MA, which proves to be support. Look at that. How about that? All right, so that's high-grade copper. Crude had some trades. Crude had a trade or do. Okay, so yeah, crude's trade is right here. We're overbought again. Boom, boom, boom. Overbought, everybody. This is our entry price. We get filled on it right here. Take a little bit of heat. Put our stop up in this area. Okay, so we're short here. Our stop doesn't get hit. Our target, though, is actually right down here. See that? Because this lines up, and then we go here and we hit it. Boom. If we don't hit it there, we certainly hit it there. So target in crude has been achieved. If you're, this is a valid one. We went overbought. 8 o'clock dot right there. We go short here and no heat at all, and we hit target. We even hit target if you were considering these guys over here. But I go to the highest price entry. All right. I think we did Friday. I don't want to rehash Friday too much. We hit overbought here, but it languished. It just never hit a new low. This is technically a valid short right here, if and you wanted to trade it. But something to think about. Okay, let's get back to 9:27 in the morning, y'all. God bless you today. I got to tell you that. I do thank you for joining me. I kind of got rushed into this morning. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me. I am a Christian, I'm a believer and former atheist, and I'm just so happy that you're here with me. If you do need prayer for any reason, I know it sounds crazy, right? It isn't, because God listens to you and He loves you and he cares about you and He wants to have a relationship with you. So if you need prayer for any reason, let me know. I would love to pray with you or for you, maybe after this or even at the close of this session. That would be great. Just put something in the chat and we can connect. Okay. Or if you have any questions, I love to discuss theology. So go ahead and do that. Did we look at nat gas yet? No, I don't think we did. So we're oversold. Check that out. Oversold this morning. Boom, boom, boom. All three of those are good trades. Those 3 to 4 is a good trade, actually, too. We get all these things are good trades. We are setting up for a short here, so something to think about there. I'm gonna have to disconnect, I think. Okay. So, where was I? Did we look at the MNQ? I don't think we did. Not too much going on there. Unless you're a trend trader, you might have gone long here. MGC, we did cover that. Oh, I do like to look at equities, guys. Yes, NinjaTrader does provide equity data through if you have the Schwab account. Used to be TD Ameritrade. I'm sure they sold it for billions of dollars. So we're at 929 right now, getting ready to open in the equities. Let's take a look. What did this was a little bit of a trend trade when this is in Meta. If you want to go long on Zuckerberg, you could have bought here, and this is a nice little scalp. Again, the green histogram helps us out. So Leto Channels provides the channels, and it provides the 100 MA, and it provides the tendency histogram. So those how we do. Oh, there we go. We're opening way up today. Way up. Tesla, where's Tesla opening? Way up, but it's crashing down already. So there we go. The tendency has been up, up, up for these guys, both Tesla and Meta. I love looking at these gaps when these gaps are contrary to the tendency. Now, what I mean by that is that if it gapped down at oversold levels, even better, and we had an upward tendency, that's when things get really interesting. And we can definitely have some good gap fills. Now, the idea with gap trading is that you're going to buy when it's way outside of that last prior day close, and then the gap gets filled between those two. So I would only be a buyer or a gap trader if this was opening way down here at oversold. Now, you can just barely see it, but oversold is starting right here. See that pinstripe? Uh, that's the oversold level, and this is the bottom of that oversold. So it's a little harder to see, but that's the this is the channel down here. Again, it didn't get even close to that at the gap. Now I'm not saying gaps don't fill like this. We had a gap up today. We already sold off quite a bit in Meta, but I like put a little bit more of the odds in my favor. All right, Tesla is retracing. Let's see where gold is at. Gold is right there. Not much going on right now in gold. MNQ at the open is a little confused. All right, well, the Russell is having a little bit of a buying spree. We got a buying spree in Russell. So this is where we get, right here is where we get into the overbought area. You'll see that these occur in chunks. Do you see that? They're 30-minute chunks. So this is from 9 o'clock to 9:30 chunk. This is from 8:30 to 9. So every half hour it calculates this block, and from 9:30 onward until 10 we'll have a chunk that's up here. And that is the channel. Okay, so here we go. In the YM, we are north, not overbought, oversold yet. We do have good trend trades throughout the YM today. I would have been a trend trader long on this, but I think you would have gotten stopped out. So if you were buying here, you might have gone long here with a stop down here, and that would have stopped you out. So that would have been a failure had you chosen that one. All right. Here's the NQ on daily perspective. So that's pretty good. You see that we're coming into that key support resistance area. I like to do an ascending triangle. Ever hear of that? So this is flat top. This is the ascending part of the ascending triangle. And when we go up here, I'm not buying yet. I'm actually buying once it gets back down to that level. Now that we've broken it, This has now become a pretty significant support level. Not saying it's flawless, because it isn't. All these technical things really are not not like authority, truth, ultimate truth. But it's a guide for us to use and to make some sort of sense of the market and give structure to what we see. So I would probably then put a stop down here. Now this is far away, but this is a daily chart for the NASDAQ. But that's an ascending triangle. And what it shows us is that it hits the high, it goes down, it doesn't go down as far as this oversold is. It hits the high again. It might come back down into here, doesn't go lower than this guy, and then it pushes up. And when we do that, we could be buying. There you go. That's my 30 years of technical analysis for you. No charge today. Okay. Really cool. Not much going on. I mean, if you wanted to have been a trend trader, that's fine, but it's really tiny. Let's go. Oh, my other market. Yeah, check out my live cattle market. Who doesn't like a good steak every now and then, unless you're a vegetarian or a vegan? Uh, all right, so live cattle. Now, live cattle is the cattle that's going to live to see another day. Feeder cattle are the ones that are feeding a lot so that they can get all fat. But these are the ones that are going to probably survive another year. I think that's what that's what it means. Um, so the price of those is right here, and I like to keep an eye on that. Definitely can have some good moves, but what did it do last trading session? I think it was kind of flat on Friday. I don't usually trade a lot on Fridays because it is a little flat. This was a oversold area. Again, we got our diamonds, we got our dots, we got dropping off of pinstripes, which is dropping off here. And we go long here, and our target is there, and we probably hit it there or there at the 100. So that's good. It's good news. Little trend trade. You could have scalped here. Um, this is probably your scalp trade. You're buying above the 100, which is important. On a long, you want to buy above the trend. Not too far above it, but you want to be above it. And then you go long here, stop down here, you hit your target. You go long here, you put this target up there, you're safe. Guys, I'm telling you, it's like candy from babies. Candy from babies. Um, all right. Crude, not too much now. Oh man, I need a cup of coffee. Well, nat gases prices must just be too low. They're raising the price on their futures. So nat gas is going up. We blew through the channel. Now the channel lines, the let's just say this is the bottom of the overbought channel is 90 line, 90-10 line. It's called 90-10. I call it 90-10. And it means that 90% of the time prices had not hit that level. So they're 90% of the time they're between the 100 and the 90-10 line. 10% of the time they are above that level. So this is kind of the rare area, the rarefied air. And if it gets up there, that's overbought. That's our overbought idea. And this upper line means that the prices historically have never hit, well, that's the highest they've hit. That's the highest level they hit in history, I think like 7 days of look back. So when we blow through that now, that's very, very significant. We're making new highs in relation to the 100. That's some good stuff. These are not trend trades here because this was all negative expectancy, trend, tendency, I should say. Okay, I like to talk, guys. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. If you have any questions and you want to watch a video or two on these tools, you can visit me anytime at store.sbgtradingcorp.com. Let's see here. You'll get, take a look for both indicators. The indicators you're looking for are extension 62 lines and Leto channels. Those are the two indicators. I should probably put that up. Oh, look at that. This is micro Bitcoin. We are at the 95 level, so Bitcoin is coming back, but we are oversold now. We hit the bottom part of that channel. We'll be looking for a buy dot. These were trend trades. That's a good trend trade right there. Go long here. Target is up here, and we do hit the target. We don't hit the stop, which would be down here. Those are good. It's a little flat for me, but it's a little flat. Okay. Another one I like to watch is Solana. So this is oversold here. This is the entry line, and we just didn't make it. This is a loss before the price turned down. Would have gone long right here. Immediately hit that level and went down, but it started coming back. But our target was up here at that level. I just never hit it. This is where trading can be a pain in the neck. So I would be, I would, if I was wise, I would have been trailing that stop, but I can't say one or another. These aren't good trend trades because the tendency is up, 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 and it has just been down, down, down. All right. If any of you have your own favorite market and you want me to pull it up for you, I would be thrilled to do it. I would be thrilled. So let me know. Let me know how you want to go. Let me know before you go. All right. We are coming up on overbought on the equities. Good old stock market. You can't keep a good stock market down. I would be looking maybe for a trend trade because we're still in an upward tendency. I would maybe go long here. There's a little high away from the 100 right now, but could work. You know what? It's not so much about entries as it is about managing things when they go bad. Managing the downside. Manage when things fall apart. Everybody can hop on a quick scalp trade that hits target. Not much to do. Sometimes they're so fast you don't have time to do anything stupid. But when a trade goes wrong, I had one happen, yeah, it was Friday. I think it was in gas. Let's see what this looked like. No, I had a winner in that gas Friday. Thought I did. Can't remember now. Oh, it's bad. I'm a bad man. I don't remember. But anyway, you do have to manage bad trades. That's where you make your money. That's where you make your money. That's where you get paid the big bucks. All right. So, well, this doesn't tell me much because we're supposed to be, tendency is up. We're going short. I wouldn't be interested. We didn't hit overbought up here, so nothing yet in the LE. 6E, not too much. Had you gone short on a trend trade here, personally, I moved my stop to break even on the first candle that closes completely below the entry level. So let's see, the entry level was here. This was straddling that level. This one straddled that level, but right here, see that candle was fully below the entry price. I would move my stop to break even. That's my rule. And okay, that's great until it reversed up into that level. So this is a break-even trade. If you were doing a, I guess it's really a trend trade. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. It's such a big swing here. The the the, the trend was actually up. I wouldn't be shorting it. The only reason why I'd be shorting it is the tendency histograms back there are showing short. It comes close to target, but if you're going to go on a trend trade, and this is really tight to the 100. Well, you want it tight on a trend trade. You want it tight to 100, but the 100 is moving up too much in order to go short. So I'm not sure if that trade would have made sense. Pretty sure it would not have made sense. Let's see what this day looked like. Now here's a good trend trade. It's flat. The tendency though is down. I've gone short here, gotten out there. So scalping is not about going, well, it's about short trades. It's about short-term trades. You're not going for home run trades that go a mile. You're going for a little guy, a little chip shot, a little putt. And then once you get comfortable with the method and you're seeing that, oh, I win 70% of the time, then you ramp up your size, and that's how you make money. It's not about long distance. It's about win rate is high, and you get 10 contracts or whatever on a trade, and you're a hero for spending an hour of trading. All right. Any questions? All right. Well, Russell did get overbought. If you had a little bit maybe of an aggressive approach, you could go short at that level, but I don't recommend it. You need price action to confirm it. Nothing matters unless price action is telling you that there's sellers involved. This whole move up is buyers. It's a buyer move. Nothing is telling me selling. Even this one, it's just a sell off. It's a profit take because we went back down into this support area. So that's not a downtrend. Downtrend now is if we break this level. So right here is where buyers stepped in, right? Sellers gave up because it's an uptrend, and then buyers say, let's buy some more. So that's why you don't want to be a seller too much in this area. But if it breaks below here, you have a new downtrend. And that's where extension 62 dots would come in. It'd be printing right there. Yeah, so this one didn't print a dot because there's not 4 bars prior to it that are above that level. So there's 1, 2, 3, but the 4th bar is below that level. So that kind of invalidates it. However, you take a mental note and give it a little grace and say, well, it's 3 bars or 2 bars at least. Yeah, that's pretty significant. So I would still consider this a short signal. In another 2 minutes or so, we might get this as a sell dot, and that would be of interest to us. Because looky here, the tendency lines are above the 100 here, but right at this point, at about 10:15, we get a turn to the downside, or we get basically weakening into the 100 till 10 at 10:15. So right about here is the high of the move against the 100. Excuse me. Okay, moving on. MGC, not overbought, not oversold. Sure, Mondays are a little bit wonky. Oh, here we go. Like for Bitcoin, I'd be a buyer. Pants on fire at 95,700, right? NASDAQ looking strong. Well, we are getting near, or yeah, I think we're going to be oversold in the crude. Hmm. This is oversold. So once this bar prints, we should get our marker dots. $9:50 a.m. So we were oversold. See that we have yellow dots here. I might have the diamonds turned off. No, this should be printing. All right, nat gas is looking heavy on the top. There's a sell dot. So we are going to go do a sell stop market right there at that level, give or take. All right, nat gas has got a sell order in. Five contracts. We're going to do a buy order, buy stop on the MVT. We didn't get our dot. One, two, three, and the fourth one broke down. So I'm interested though in this market because that is a great sell at level. And this is 8 contracts. All right, so I've got my short order in here, getting filled on them. All right, order is filled. Now we've got to do our calculation now. This is 8, and I'm going to go down to 61.8, buy limit 8. See, I'm right at the 61.8 level. All right, so I'm right at this, roughly at the 61.8 level. And I would put my stop all the way up here. I put my stop, let's go here, buy stop market here. Let's see. Let's have a see. Cluttering up my space here. So we're short in the Russell Micro. 8 contracts. We're risking about, well, we're risking about $300. Let's see what happens. Now I want this to go my way right away, or I'm saying no way. And I don't like that move up. Pushing to a new high in this channel doesn't make me happy. They're very close to axing this trade. This one has got some help there, but if we don't push to a new low, this is a bad trade. Find some sellers. Where's the seller at? All right, well, this is looking good. I'm ready to jump out, though. If it doesn't go my way, I don't like it. We're looking good. $100 to the good. So we're coming into prior support here. Resistance, and then it becomes support. But let's see. This area here, this back and forth, is an area of liquidity. I need to see if that is going to hold or not. Oh, it's actually short liquidity. It's It's an area of demand. People wanted to buy here, and that's why the market went up. We got to see if that now demand is still present at this later time, just a few minutes later, 10 minutes later or so. Again, if this thing closes below the entry price, I'm moving my stop down to break even. That's just the way it goes. I would like it just to drop through the floor. Hey guys. Yeah, the hero. Hail the conquering hero. Uh, we won. We won. Where did my marker go? I think I'm in right around here somewhere. It's in there somewhere. We got a winner. Can't deny it. Cannot lie about it. Enter, there it is. Right about there. We did it, guys. All right, 15.5 bucks per contract on the micro. I think I did 8 contracts, so we're up $124, somewhere around there. Where else? What else? What other damage can we do to the market? Whose money can we take? Got a trend trade. Got a trend trade. You guys feel like doing a trend trade? All right, I got 2 contracts of risk here. All right, we are long now. I'm going to do an OCO order. Sell limit 2, sell stop 2, cancel the OCO. We're going to get a target up here any second. I think it's going to be more like in this area. Trend trade. I don't do them very often, so enjoy. My favorite cattle trade. Here we go. That's looking pretty good. It ain't over yet, though. It is not over. Okay, there's our target. So I'm just going to go here. I'm not greedy. I'm going to go below that. I think I might add a feature that you can round this to the nearest tick. Nice to have this thing just go north a couple more ticks, right? Because we are targeting, it's about maybe 120. Yeah, $120 target. Oh, we were there, but it bounced. We were there, but live cattle can have a spread that's a little chunky. We're coming near our minute time. This trade stays above the entry price. I'll be moving to break even. That's the plan. Okay, we're moving. Break even. So see that minute bar closed completely above the entry level, and I'm gonna probably get stopped out, but we'll see. Ain't no big deal, guys. Ain't no big deal. Happens to the best of us. We lost a couple bucks in commission. It was at target, but it just couldn't get filled. All right, so we got a break-even trade. Crude is setting up pretty cool. Pretty good crude here. Nat gas. I still got a sell order in the gas. 60 not doing anything. YM. Well, we had more to go on the Russell trade, but I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm happy. Not much there. I wouldn't trend trade it. It's too I wouldn't buy it below the 100. I would have enjoyed a $120 bonus on that, but just didn't get filled. And I'm learning that if a trade didn't work well at this location, I just don't want to be part of it. I don't re-enter trades. Simpler, so much simpler. All right, so this is our crude oil buy level. So let's go ahead and what's our risk here? 12. It'll be 12 to get $300. Buy stop market 12. Oh, I can't do 12. Okay, buy stop market. I'll just do 10. All right, so we got a buy order in crude, micro crude. Got to change that limit. Gas could be a good trade here, all y'all. Now, I'm gonna pull it. You see why? I'm gonna pull it because the risk here is $590 between these 2 points. I don't want to risk more than 300. I'm almost risking double, right? What I want to risk. So I'm just gonna axe that trade. So I'm out of the potential entry here on natural gas. Trying to be a good boy. Whoa. Bitcoin loses $1,000 in a heartbeat. All right, so it's two contracts now. So if I were to go long here, I tell you what, I'm just going to cancel it. I don't like it. The reason why I don't like it is I'm just too close to the 100 by the time it gets up here. So that's a cancel. Cancel, cancel culture. New meaning to cancel culture. Well, look at that. Live cattle did hit our target. That's all right. You know what? That's fine. Do your thing. You go stampede wherever you want there. Enjoy your last year, or at least last year of life. I wish you well. All right, well, the trend trade would have worked out. It's not really a trend trade. I'm not going to say it. This is not a trend trade. This may have been. This would have been a good trade, although the market was rising again. Mixed signal. But hadn't gone short, you would have hit your target. I guess another consideration too is you got a 100-period moving average in the way. So going short here means you're going short into what I would consider as possible support. Actually, it does show some support signs here. It just does push through a little bit and you do hit target, but I wouldn't be selling into support on that technical level. All right, I'll get rid of that arrow because there's nothing here. But I'm up 124 bucks. And that's just, well, it's small deal. Small potatoes. All right. We are still heavily overbought in nat gas. Super high prices in nat gas. So here's the Bitcoin cash. Yeah, so the cash market is showing Bitcoin at 94,268, but the futures is about 800 points higher. So they're thinking that Bitcoin is going to be higher priced in the future. Hence the word futures. Solana is setting up pretty good. We got a tendency to be up, but the market is oversold. That's interesting. Solana. Any of you trade cryptos? I'd love to hear from you. Well, note to self, probably should have kept stop where it was because tendency was so strong. The move into our entry level was strong. Now we just got caught on a switchback. All right, 10:05. 10:05. 10:05. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I should get jungle music or The Lion Sleeps Tonight jungle music and just play that, huh? In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. We have got a bunch of nothing going on right now. 10:06 in the morning. 10:06. Crude might be perking up. Oh, I wish I had a crystal ball. Wish all you want, it don't happen. Okay, here we go. Got a new short price in nat gas. Now that brings our risk down to 370. You see that? That's a lot better than the 590 I think it was at. You know, picking up what I'm laying down, all y'all. So, picking up what I'm laying down. All y'all. I picked that all y'all up doing my South Carolina. Living in South Carolina. I'm in Florida right now, but I lived in South Carolina for a couple of months. So it's Monday morning. Did you guys have a good weekend? You had a good uh, end of April weekend? My wife and I went to a kind of an adult water park, although there were a lot of children there. It didn't have all the slides and everything, but it was huge pool, massive pool, and very expensive drinks. And I, I spent $7.50 on a Coca-Cola. It was a big one. It was probably like a 20 ounce. So they got that, but $7.50. What kind of world are we living in? What kind of world? All right. So market isn't doing much, guys. I don't know. Maybe we should wrap it up. Market is flattened out. Crude has some interest. And gas is showing a little interest. Strong move in nat gas. All right, gas is softening. Buyers are getting a little tired, I think. Sellers might be getting tired in crude. Buyers might be getting tired in gas. Haven't seen 6E do anything. The NYM gave a little interesting little historical nod there. Seems to be following our tendency histograms pretty sharply. Oh, that's right. I got water in my ear yesterday, so that's fun. Like it's still like sloshing around in there. I'm trying to dry it out. Stuck a Q-tip in there. Got some of it out. Does that interest you, anybody? Yeah, that was a good trade. Look at that. Live cattle. Stampeding. Oh, this would have been one, two, three. See, now this is a possibility here. One, two, three. The only reason why this isn't a dot is because this bar was just a little bit above the high. But we've got a tendency histogram that's up. This is the micro Bitcoin. The risk here is saying 4 contracts. Let's see if it takes it. I'm not even sure if I've ever done a micro Bitcoin trade. All right, so that was the entry high. Looks like we hit that and didn't like to go above it. So let's wait for a move up. Oh, one other thing, I have some extra indicators that I would love to get into your hands if you're interested in a free copy. One of them is my auto summarize P&L up there. And you can see that in action here. And whenever you draw a ruler and make the color of the line this color, or you can determine what color you want to make it a positive trade. So this is a winner. Green is a winner, and then it calculates the wins. So it runs through the entire chart and looks for those rulers we've drawn. So if you like to keep track of your trades a little bit, you can see your P&L right there. All right, that's a free one. The other one, I would love to give you what I call the what is that called? It's a giveaway. It's an April giveaway. I can give you that one too. Show bid ask lines, and what that does is it just prints these little lines here. That's the bid and the ask price. Uh, Not a big deal. But the thing is, oh, that's it. Auto summarize P&L also is the one that prints the date at the bottom left of the chart, and that's what this is, date text. You got that. You've got you can print information to the output window too. So if you open up your output window, you'll see information getting printed there. It's basically a little bit more details about the P&L. Okay, now the other thing too is start time and end time. So 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock, that's what I'm trading. And the opacity out of session, I might change that a little bit, but the opacity out of session is this red area. So before 8 o'clock, it has this red color. And I'm going to add something here, which is opacity in session. Yeah, throw that up. So you can actually have two different colored, tinted colors in the two regions of session. Or if you did the 0 for opacity out of session and did like a 20 for the in session, you can basically reverse these colors. So what's black here would be maroon, and what's maroon here would be black. So you'd be able to basically have it invert that information. So I'm going to add that. So it's not in there yet, but I will add that. And for the calculation of P&L, you could do the commissions there, so 5 or 4 or 3 or whatever. So let me know if you want that one. Auto summarize P&L. I'm just in a giving mood today, guys. I'm feeling blessed. All right. Well, look at that. Who's got a new entry price on the crude market? Gas is just too cheap. People are buying gas. Where was my other order? I know I parked one somewhere. Oh, no, I didn't park it yet. This is micro Bitcoin. This one's it's not an aggressive push through that level, that's for sure. Looks like it's very afraid of going above that price. So I'm gonna let it just kind of simmer. Not too much going on there. Gold is going higher. That's great. I had no clue it would do that. The only possible clue, if you want to call it that, is it did go above the 100 and it just couldn't go below it. So whatever that's worth. All right, we're overbought. See, I've got, must have a ruler open in this. Oh, there it is. So here's one from, I had a winner on Friday. I'll get rid of that. All right, look at that. We are overbought. Overbought in gold. Can wait for a short signal here. All right. Pardon me a moment, all y'all. Five cattle continues to move. Hmm. Yep. Let's see here. MCL. Hmm. Um, yeah, nothing. Equities, boy, they really opened up and did nothing, really. We did have our one trade in the Russell, but other than that, super unimpressed. Potential trend trade in YM. Not too excited. I mean, typically in this time of day, we're below the 100. It's a very short-lived area though, and we're almost out of it. And then we're going back push up. So we're up above the 100. Now, the histogram showing that we're above 100 here, but and this is an average of the distance above the 100. I don't necessarily follow the distance. It's not like this is going to be how high it reaches above the 100. The average, I mean, it could be up here, it could be down here. Um, you know, that level isn't that important. It just shows us that the bias is above it or below it. That's all it does. Above the 100 or below the 100. All right, well, we might have missed the trend trade here in the YM. Yeah, all right, there you go. There's a trend trade. Oh, I wanted to see that guy. Well, look at that. Bitcoin actually woke up. That's right the last time I looked at it too, so right about there. All right, well, if you're watching the micro Bitcoin, that would have been a good spot. Now, the target for it would have been, we're almost at that target. So this is the target for that trade. Not quite there yet. LE is just going up. NYM hit it. Guys, I think we're wrapping up. You see the plan here. Plan is simple. I'm not making anything too crazy. All right, we could do 15 contracts here, like the risk shows in the bottom right. Hmm. Maybe it will get filled. Yep. 1023, kind of sliding off here. Getting silent. All right. We got something happening here. 1025. Now, crude oil. Everyone I've heard talk about crude oil being a 1030 reversal time. 1030 reversal time. And we're coming up on it. All right, let's put our OCO order in. Exit out a sell limit there, and we're going to put our sell stop market there. And now we hope the market doesn't go down to our stop. That's our goal. Maybe trading is this simple. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't like it already. It's not moving as fast as I want it to move. I have no patience. Again, the goal is to control your risk. You can win little hit singles in baseball. We always talk about hitting singles. Our people that hit singles are more valuable than the home run hitters. You just want to hit some singles. You don't want to strike out all the time. Hitting on base is the key. Better to be on base because you actually have an opportunity of scoring. All right. Crude, we are long. Crude, we are long. Crude. I don't think we have anything else going on. Nat gas, possibly short. So overbought. We missed that trade. We missed the micro Bitcoin futures. I don't like that. Gotta go my way right away, or else I'm out. Yep, I don't like that one. I don't like it. So I'll tell you what, let's move our target just to see if we can flick it and get out with a small profit. Very tiny. Maybe $1 or two. I'm just not here to mess around. Messing around is not my thing. All right, you see that? That is a sign of weakness. Hit that price and bounced off it. That's a sellers are hiding right in that spot. Sellers stepped in and nailed that move back. Stepping in, they're bank sellers. Yeah, I should have gotten out when I had the chance. Hmm, I don't like it. I don't like it. Crude is get a little crazy. Why am I down there so much? Let's go up here. So tendency wise, this is a bad time to go long, but uh, well, this one might get us. And that's all right. It got us. Just didn't have the guts. It didn't have the guts to, I didn't have the guts to cancel. I gotta face it. I gotta admit it and think, you know what? Yeah, do a little better next time. Because you can always go long again. Like if I had gotten my stop out at the bottom of that green, I just go long again if it came up. So you know what? We got a loser. We got a loser. We lost about 22 ticks. All right. Well, that gas is looking good here, guys. I'm gonna go too short on gas, and we're gonna go short right here. See if we get our target printing in a minute. All right, we are filled. I'm gonna buy here. Buy stop there. Get our actual target to print in a moment. Why didn't we print? We should have gotten a target. F9, we're gonna make a target. All right, so that's where our target is. All right, let's see if Nat Gas can rescue us from a. We're slightly down. We're slightly down. This is going to help us if we can get positive here. We're short. We're short. Don't be short with me. Parents ever tell you that? Or your wife or your husband? Be short with me. We're short. Okay. That's all right. Tell you what though, don't like that move. So let's tighten up our target. We get out if we flick down again. And we get out with a couple bucks in our pockets. All right, almost there. I think we touched the price, but just didn't push through it. So our targets are tightened up quite a bit to that area of support. Let's see if Nat can push down there again. Yeah, it just looks like a strong day in Nat Gas, but we're going short. This is a scalp. It's a scalp. It's a scalp, and it just looks like buyers are still very happy with being long here. They're overbought though. Tendency is coming back a little bit north. Hmm. Nat gas can have its whippy moments. Yeah, that was a buyer's. I don't know. They're fighting, huh? Buyers are fighting. And if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. very low probability that we are going to have a problem. We get stopped out, we get stopped out. All right, we finally got our level to print. Tell you what we'll do. Let's go and do a buy limit here. I'm going to reduce that, but I'm going to keep my target. So we'll reduce our risk that way. Let's get out of one contract. And we're just fighting for that one little tick. All right, so we're out one. We're out one, all right? We're out one with just, I don't know, what was it here? A $30 gain. All right, well, we're out one with 30. Let's try and get one more. Push down a couple of ticks, 7 ticks away. Excuse me. And we're coming up on 10:36 in the day. I'm about ready to jump out because I don't like that. Gotta be coming close to the end of that bar. Sellers are saying, we're going to be selling this market. Buyers are saying, go get lost. All right, there we go. Come on now. Why you gotta be that? Come on now. Come on, people now. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna jump out of this trade. Let's get out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm out. I got another 40. We went short here. We got out at 40. Yeah. All right, well, we got 70 bucks out of that. I just didn't like it. I did not like it being waffly. Didn't like it. All right. Well, we got some money back here. Got some money back. I'm back to about 22 bucks to the good. Okay, well, there we go. That gas is moving down. All right, well, this is actually a buy signal. But we're straddling the 100. I don't like it. But I got to break through the 100 to hit my target, which is up here. I'll watch that one. I'll watch that one. All right, hey, look at that. We did hit our target in that gas. Hit our target in the gas. Somewhat of a trend trade there. If you're just joining me, thank you. Welcome. Good to have you with it. Good to have you with me today. Even though it's 10:39 and we started about an hour ago. Actually about 9:20, I think. 9:15. Okay, gold is on its merry way. As if it's not high enough. Coming back up to 33.40. Tesla and Meta are just boring. The boring company. That's hilarious. He named it the boring company. Yeah, this is a tough one, MCL. We are oversold, coming out of oversold pretty strongly. 7 contracts. 7 contracts. All right, well, I'm not going to be buying until I see some people that are interested in buying with me. I'm going to go with the flow on it. Go with the flow on it. Go with the flow. Yeah. See, I didn't want to buy too near the 100. And I don't. I don't buy too near to the 100. What else is going on in the world? 6E, MCL, NG is going down to its other target. Well, I got out too early. Yeah, nothing really going on there. Wouldn't want to be trend trading that. I only want to trend trade if the tendency histogram shows me a prolonged period that's going to be in my favor, and I have to be on the right side of the 100 and close to it. So if we're rising, tendency shows rising in the future, and we're above the 100, then that is a good time to look for those breakouts going long. So if we do go long on this one, and I'm not so excited about it, there's too much of a move back. I would not buy it unless I'm at the 100. That's not something I like. Tendency is coming into a little bit of downward time. Guys, I think we're kind of done. Gold certainly found some legs. Yeah, look at that crude. I don't definitely don't. One of the things crude does that drives me crazy, and I've seen at least, is that it goes to a breakout high. Get this out of the way. Goes to a new high, and then it goes to a new low, and then it goes to a new high. This is just a crazy, hard to figure out market. What you want is one that goes to a new high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, up, 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 up. This kind of wackiness up and down can get a little much. Tells me that a lot of stop hunting. That tells me. Hard to tell where all the volume's at, but that's what I'm thinking. All right, nat gas continues to move in our direction. You stayed on for that trade. Congratulations. Good job. YM, Russell, Nasdaq, right here. MGC right here. Hmm. So we had that one pretty well nailed. Again, the entry was right at that pink level. Stop was up here. Would have been perfect. And the target was down here. Target there was set for would have been $110, but we settled with 70. Not too bad. 6E, the LE. Crude is still confused. $62.40 a barrel. Gonna be giving it away soon. Gas still continues to, it's got a tendency to be below the 100, and we're pretty well above it. Yeah, might go short if we get up here into overbought, and then we start giving another extension 62 dot. That's what we want. All right, 10:46 New York time. 10:46 New York time. Let's give this till 10:50, guys and gals, friends and soon to be friends. 10:50, and then we'll wrap it up and go get. I'm gonna go get another cup of coffee. Go sing a song. Click my heels. Be thankful. Excuse me. Crude got us on this trade. Got us on this trade. Mondays, not so impressive. Micro Bitcoin could be a trend trade. We're below the 100 though. 10. I'm losing my voice. My voice is a horrible thing to lose. Yeah, I'm not going to be trading right at the 100. Am I crazy? I mean, look at the reaction it had at the 100 before. Why would I go buying it again? I'm not. It's ludicrous. Crude. Yeah, glad you didn't fake me out this time. This move is a fake out breakout, and they happen. Fake out breakout. So they went up, and they're just looking for your stops. People like me who want to go long, they all bailed out. Seller stepped in. There was no buying activity, and everybody just pushed it down quick. Can't complain. I had my chances. I had my chances to get out, especially once we hit this, and I think this one was a sharp reaction downward. You notice that? And it's an outside bar. That was a chance to get out. I had 2 minutes. I blame nobody but myself. It's my bad. You heard me say it though. I knew right away. If it doesn't go my way right away, send it out to the highway. My way or the highway. And I pray that I get the wisdom to do that and act on it. Ten 49. Hey guys, gals, traders, friends, soon to be friends, those who are not my friends. Maybe you hate me. It's 10:50. I have really enjoyed being with you, and we didn't make a lot of money today. I was up 124, and then crude snapped on me down $22. It's a Monday. It's kind of soft. I'm going to look forward to good things tomorrow. I hope you join me. Again, if you want to visit my store and buy the software, store.spgtradingcorp.com. I want to let you know that eventually this will be a paid-for service. The trading room will be a paid-for service. Right now, I'm just giving it away for free. Giving it away for free. If you do purchase software, I want you to know that you have a full 100% satisfaction guarantee. After 12 months of usage, if you don't like it for any reason, you get your software back. You get the purchase price back. 100% satisfaction guarantee. Just email me. Um, so I don't know of anyone else in the industry who gives a guarantee on software for traders. I do, and I want to give it to you. All right, God bless you guys. Thanks again for joining me. Have a good Monday, and we will, Lord willing, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.